Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go here on Monday night. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Back to 60.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Go! Lions.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 78 yards. Touchdown, New York. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Open man is Davis. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On first down, it's Robinson. Finding space inside the 40. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 26-yard line. Now, after that last snap, we have an injured player. It's Bijan Robinson, who's in some pain down there. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They motion the slot man left. They'll throw on first down with Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Neighbors.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. First and 10. To throw is Penix. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On the give, it's Robinson. Robinson, a first down and more. That's good for 11 and a first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
On first down, right back to Robinson. Good blocking to the 15. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
You're starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And he will get into the end zone. Tyler Algier. Touchdown, Atlanta. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
He'll drop to throw.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. All even on the scoreboard. More from MetLife Stadium after this. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run with Tracy. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Now the former Pitt Panther, Israel Abanaconda. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
To the outside, complete to Johnson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack.
That is caught. What a throw. A.T. Perry. Touchdown, New York. Moody now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's going to look for the home run ball. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So in this last possession, Mike, they take the ball away, and they do it from playing cover 3 defense. So what that means is there's 3 deep players. There's 2 corners and a safety. They divide the field into thirds, and everybody else underneath is just looking at the quarterback. Straight zone coverage, played perfectly, leads to a big takeaway.
Second down and 8. Back to throw. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. They get 25 on that connection. First down, Giants.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Motion man is Hyatt. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That one, taken in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Slot man in motion left. On 2nd down, Penix. That caught by Davis. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's 3rd and 7. London brought in motion. On 3rd down, Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 32 yards. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Penix. He's got it at the 7. He is in. Touchdown, Falcons.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
On is Koo for the point after. It's up and through. And the Falcons draw closer here. It's 21-14. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. on the ground. It's Abanaconda. Finding room at the 35. Gets to the edge at the 30. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Giants. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Gray gonna return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Penix. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. First and 10 now from the 36. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second, as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. We'll get this into the hands of Neighbors. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He's going to let this one go deep. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. It's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
A run here with Tracy on second down. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw. It's Penix. No chance at all. He'll go down.
In what's been a pretty impressive defensive performance here today, the pass rush has been a little underwhelming. They've been non-existent up until this point, so as they finish this game out, it's got to feel good for them to see this pass rush start paying some dividends.
On the handoff, it's Algier. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Penix on 3rd down. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit over-eager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
Trying to run for it with Dillon. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Moody's extra point is good. And the Giants will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Sending a receiver right. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Pitts is the man in motion. On second down, here's Penix. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 38 yards. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll run on first down with Algier. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run it here with Algier. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Now here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Algier. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
Can the defense do it again? From the 1. Third down now, and goal. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. And he's in. Tyler Algier. Touchdown, Atlanta. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. From the gun, here is Penix. That is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. A carry here for Tracy. Pass midfield to the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Look on the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Motion man is Hyatt. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, here's Tracy. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And they've got it on the ground. The mark will come at the 13, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up. They'll stay on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Gray gonna return it. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's going to take a shot down the field. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. That his second touchdown tonight. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one.
Okay, let's control the trenches. Get all the way. Run it in for a touchdown. Go on. The team's moving on.